Flipping heck, I'm spoiling you lot this week with videos. I wasn't intending to do one, but I'll tell you why in a second. It's cold crash day today. It's 7 p.m. Tuesday. Finished work, just come down because if you remember yesterday, that chiller was wet and causing all kinds of problems with the electric. So we're sorted now. It was a fuse in the plug ultimately that caused the problem. Well, it didn't. It was the water on the top that caused the problem. It was the fuse that solved it. I'm just waiting for that to drop now to minus something, and then we'll switch the pump on and get the glycol circulating around that tank, because it needs to get down to 3 or 4ish. So that's the next job once that's done, and then I can get home. I'm not planning to be here for hours today. This other tank's now cleaned, ready to go for the next brew. Obviously needs sanitizing before we do that, but essentially clean and dry. I have just taken a little sample of the second batch. Excuse the cloudiness, it's not had any finings at all in it yet, and it has got wheat in, so that's what we're looking like. I've just done a quick gravity check. We started at 10:39, we're at 10:07, which is exactly where Brewfather said we should be. So it's a little bit lower final gravity than the last one, but that's okay. I've had a taste, it's pretty good. The other one's good, but this is closer to where I thought it would be, so it'd be interesting for the locals to be able to taste both batches over the next few weeks. I think I know which one I prefer, but we'll let the public decide. As I said, I wasn't going to do a video, and then I was just checking my YouTube stats because I've had a little flurry of subscribers today and I didn't know where they were coming from. Anyway, I've had a question from Colin, BBB. Hi, Colin. And he's asked me about this cleaning, cask cleaning kit. So I'm just going to show you in a little bit more detail exactly what I've done quickly. He's asked about prices and a parts list. I can do that, but I don't think when you see it, you'll realise you don't really need one. You just need to go to Wix for 10 minutes. So what we've got, start with the box, is a plastic tub, which I bought for £5, along with all the other plastic tubs, £5 each, from a man in a van, literally. And I don't know where they came from exactly, but it might have been originally a high street clothing retailer. Inside the box, we've drilled a few holes. Heating element, cheapest one from Tool Station, about £20. A John Guest bulkhead fitting, 22mm. I think that was about £4 or £5, with a little bit of John Guest tube poking out. And a hole each end, one there and one there, which acts like an axle, basically, or the support for an axle. And the axle is this little contraption. So what we've got is 22mm John Guest tube, a T-piece, another bit of tube, and an end stop cap which won't let anything out. So if we're shoving water in here, or caustic or whatever it is, and we get the spin on the ball, this end really is purely to support it in the box. If I hadn't have done that, I'd have had to brace this. It would have been an elbow, I'd have had to brace it there or come out of the bottom of the box and risk leaks underneath. So for now that works. The only challenge is when you're rinsing, the water level can rise above and start running out of the little spindle holes. So you just got to watch the water level, or find a better way to mount the ends. I'm sure there's a better way than I've used there. What you'll see are these little adapters, which goes from the John Guest 22mm pipe. They're push fit, so they're easily disconnectable. That goes to a 3/4 inch BSP thread. I've got a reducer there which reduces from 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch, and then these Amazon spray balls, which I paid, it can't be more than £7 or £8 each for them. Stainless steel, they're brilliant. I'm really impressed with them. There's a bit of crud in that one there, but the holes are wide enough that you can get things in to poke and clean them out should you need. I've seen these, not these exact ones, I'm sure they're better quality, whatever that means. I mean, you just want it to spin round, right, and not rust. Up to 250 quid, and I'm yet to see the value. I could buy, you know, one a week and still save money of these. Just chuck them away if I needed to. Anyway, so this contraption fits through the hole in the box like this, one each end, and obviously it might not stand upright, but that's okay because the hole in the cask's keeping it upright for you. So how do we get the water in the end? I've used this Clark. Harry recommended this pump actually. I've used this Clark SPE 1200 SS. I paid £90 for it. I've seen them for 120 recently delivered. You'll find them all over the internet. And it's a stainless steel head, but it does have a few components in which don't like acid. So it has limited life unless you change the bushes in it. Which I need to order some spares, but I should be all right for a few months yet, the amount that I'm using, and it gets a good rinse afterwards as well. I happen to have lying around some RJT fittings, which were just threaded at the end, and I've put John Guest fittings on them, which allows me to use the existing hoses that we've got as part of this, but you could use hose pipe, any flexible hose that's capable of handling the warm caustic. I'm sure will be fine. But in my case, this is a compression fitting, but this can disconnect. I just sort of pull a little collar and disconnect it, and the same at the other end. I've got this elbow, which is what's used to connect to the spray arm. Coming out of the tub, I use this John Guest 2 RJT fitting as discussed, which connects me from there to the input of the pump, which has got another identical one. That was just simply because I had hoses with RJTs on and I had these fittings. If I hadn't have had them, I would have just used some sort of push fit type hose pipe fitting there probably, or maybe those stainless steel bayonet, what do you call them? Bayonet couplers, like the latching push-pull ones that I used on the kit at home. So, altogether, I would say I got the hose for nothing. That came with the kit, the brewery kit. Pump, I paid 90. You probably shop around, get it for 100. Heating element, 20. Probably £4 or £5 for that. These little brass things, not the adapters, they're for pennies, but the John Guest 2 3/4, I think they were expensive. They were about £7 or £8 each, something like that. I've got one on there, one on there, one on there. So 3 of those. So if it's more than a couple of £100, I'd be surprised. I could do a bill of materials and price it, but honestly, just go to Wix. They had pretty much everything in, and what they didn't have, Toolstation had, and what they didn't have, a man in a van in Crewe had. So, hope that answers your question, Colin. Let me know if it does or it doesn't. Right, I need to see what's going on with this leak now, but I'm not going to video it. I need to go home. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers, guys.